Hello everyone, welcome back to our Age of Empires 4 commentary. We have another 2v2 game for everyone. The last one did so well, so I want to bring you back with another pro player playing in 2v2. Today we have Valdemar in the yellow playing as the Abbasid. Across the way, his partner and EGT TV B streamcaster, Observer Cow, also known for his time in Rising Empires. Down below, we have Shielman88 in the red playing as the Roos. And then in the pink, Zarius, we have playing as the HRE in the pink. And I believe I said it, but Cow is playing as the French. Now, this matchup, I'm going to have to shade on the side of French Abbasid versus Roos, Roos HRE. I think Abbasid outbooms HRE a little bit. I think that French might be the best 2v2 civilization in the entire game. They can really take control of an early map and allow their players, such as the Abbasid, to really step up and just kind of go for a very greedy build. I would not be shocked to see Valdemar with his French counterpart over here going for that culture or eco wing early on, dropping a few TCs and feeling very comfortable, especially he won't know this until he scouts, but he's across from HRE. You're not going to be seeing any sort of early aggression coming out of them unless they get really cheeky with a Minework Palace, which I don't think we're going to be seeing today either. The Roost, the stock standard Roost play is 2 TCs plus a Kremlin, so you won't be seeing too much early aggression coming out of them. So the only one on the map right now that's going to be sitting in the driver's seat for aggression is our friend Cow over here. Now, before we get further into the video, if you could, please leave a like and subscribe. I am currently sitting at 999 subscribers. If you are the 1,000th subscriber, please do comment and let me know in the video in the comments below. It would mean a world to me, and I cannot wait till we get to the 1,000 mark. So exciting. On top of that, if you do enjoy 2v2s, let me know. The last one did so well, but it had a bunch of really... It was an unreal game, so I just want to make sure I will put more into the rotation maybe once a week if they keep doing well and you guys keep wanting to see them. So if you do enjoy the 2v2s, let me know. Drop a like and comment so we can push out to more people. It will let me know where you guys are thinking. Now we do see the the culture wing coming out of Valdemar over here. Actually, that's the eco wing, I believe. Yes, eco wing coming out of Valdemar over here. So we're going to be seeing some fertile crescent. I'm assuming that means those TCs are going to be dropping quite soon. We'll be looking for Valdemar to move out on the stone over here. Now let's see. We don't have any knights just yet. They'll be coming around that 4-minute mark. If you are in a 2v2 game with the French, make sure that you have something, especially if you're the HRE or you're the French, you have something ready to defend yourself by the 4:15 mark. That is when you will see the first knight arriving at your base. So know in the back of your head if you're playing 2v2, pretty much the stock standard gold and above, you will be seeing a knight paired with a scout at that 4:15 mark. Sometimes you'll be seeing a little bit earlier, but that is probably the quickest it can get to you. So you can see it's going to be finishing up around the 4-minute mark, maybe 4:05, and it's going to produce a knight, then it has to get over to you. So you really have until 4:30, but just for the safe side, have your defenses prepped for 4:15. We see the Kremlin is going up. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't love the Kremlin positioning here. I feel like it could be a little bit more forward, maybe protect a little bit more of these berries, something that it protects more than just this over here. I know the intention of this is to protect this outcropping so that you can collect it for that second TC. So I guess overall it's not too bad, but I do think it's going to allow a lot of knight shenanigans in this wood line back here, in this gold over here, and these berries, or if he has to move out to food like back here in these deer. So I do think it's going to allow Cow to get some good early damage with that knight, and there it is. We see 4:45, it's making its way across, and it's going to be coming right into the Roos's base. It's going to get here after the Kremlin, so it's going to be safe and sound, which is actually kind of why I was more shading on the side of it doesn't really need it too much, but we can see. Let's also see we have 315 for a bounty, so a very good bounty for Shielman 88, so very impressive. And then on top of that, we can see already has 150 150 stone, close to 200, and the knight hasn't even gotten over here yet. So definitely would be sitting at a very good spot if he didn't have to drop that Kremlin in that spot and maybe more protecting the gold itself. Now we're just moving around. There's the knight with the scout combo. He's going to see his Kremlin, knows he can't do much about that. Now, since the knight is out in here with a scout, Cow's doing a good job of kind of seeing where he might want to put that. And, ooh, some nice fire over there. Is not going to get this scout, though, in time. And some nice damage on this knight. Does not have that chivalry just yet, so it cannot heal itself. If I had to imagine, they're going to plop this TC maybe over here. You could stick it over here in here, but that's more of like an English style, but it's still safe. But this knight is going to make it so you can't really do much of anything and get it out on the map. So it could also be over here as well. It's going to have to be in some range of the Kremlin. There's actually one little extra guy in there, so you might want to take that out. He's just hanging out, just taking a sauna, you know, just chilling. Nothing too crazy. Doesn't want to get anyone involved too early and often. Now let's go check on our HRE counterpart down here. Do love this Aka and Chapel placement. Gets the gold and this wood line. Valdemar, we can see, is already dropping that second TC, and it looks like we're dropping a third already. I mean, when you leave a pro player left alone, and because of the French, Valdemar can do this because the French player, he knows, has 3 knights on the field, and nothing can really stop him from doing this. There's nothing that's going to be coming his way. He also is well aware of he's fighting an HRE player. Yes, some barracks are coming out, but that's mainly for spears to defend themselves. So we can see that these spears are over here, looking to protect these villagers from any shenanigans. Cow is really focusing in on this Rus type of build over here, and there is the TC. So a little bit away from the Kremlin, but it is in range of this TC, which is what the protection will be. But this knight can definitely get a charge in on one of these. No, it will be backing off, but you can see absolutely getting peppered. But now there's 4 knights here. Has to cancel it. That is huge for Cow. Now has to move it a little bit closer to the Kremlin. Is going to be backing off. There's so much idle time. Like, this is causing so much damage. It cancels again. This is brutal. They lose a scout for the troubles, but that is it. This is so bad for Shielman 88 over here. We can see, look at only 31. Look at this, 34 over here, and Valdemar has 3 TCs up. So while Cow is stopping this TC expansion play, has to put it so close, almost inefficient at this point. And third time's a charm. Will be getting it down, but at what cost, truly? Looks like it's going to be 3 TCs and a villager. Cow is doing an unreal job, and this is the power of the French early on. That's why I think, let me know in the comments as well, besides if you're the 1,000th subscriber. Or let me know if you've been here from the beginning. I appreciate y'all as well. But let me know if you think that the French are the best 2v2 civilization in the entire game, or who do you think it might be? I think the French make a pretty good case, as we can see from Exhibit A over here. Taking down the mighty Rus. We have a knight on the map, but that's not going to be nearly enough. There's 6 knights over here. They are getting a little bit low, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see it pull back just slightly. Wait for that chivalry upgrade to come in before it gets any more damage, or that +1 range defense will make them so much more tankier. And this TC is only going down at the 845 mark. Not something you love to see. Valdemar is probably sitting at just a million. Yeah, look at this. Valdemar is just sitting at so many villagers over here. Just absolutely cruising away. Fertile pressing it up and has so much food and gold because he was able to expand backwards onto the map and just has a plethora of resources back here. And he's just chilling. And now he's just going to play some shenanigans. Like, you know what? I'm sure the HREs are probably going to get to Castle Age pretty soon. Especially this Aka and Chapel. It looks like there's a lot of dudes on gold over yonder, which means we're going to be seeing an early Castle Age for the HRE player. Valdemar goes, I know exactly what you want to do. You want to get that early Regnance, going to drop it in your base, and you're going to try to move out for the relics. So instead, what I'll raise you is little walls, like the Delhi do, to make sure that everyone stays out of those relics, but just to make it so that there's enough time for Cow and his knights to get on over here quite quickly. And unfortunately, it looks like we're finally going to see some defense out of the Rus player. But, I mean, Cow has done his job at this point. He knows that Valdemar's going to be sitting on an absolute plethora of economic wealth back here. And yes, the HRE player is left untouched. But the thing is only rocking just the 1 TC. If you went for a 2 TC play, I think it actually would be closer at this point. I do like the Castle Age, but it does look like everything's kind of been covered. As you can see, even the closest relic to him has been surrounded. The only one he can get easily are this one and this one. So we'll have to wait and see if he's able to acquire any of these that are behind lock and key. Zarius is the first one to Castle Age, shocking absolutely no one. Let's see if Valdemar is looking to get some extra gold over here. A decent amount on gold, so actually might be going up quite soon. We don't see any floating resources though, so probably just producing what he needs to produce up front. And then we can see that Cow is also just producing a ton of gold. Is he producing constant? No, it doesn't look like that. Let's see if Cow's going to be going up to age up. Maybe, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's just getting a lot of upgrades. No one's trading, which we love to see. I've been looking for games, scouting them all around, trying to get pro players in there, and also looking for ones that just aren't fully focused on just trade itself. They always make it a little bit more spicy when those kind of happen. And this is a build that you can do from gold to all the way above. I've had a lot of success playing with Tim recently with the English going 3 TC. If no one pressures you, or if you have an aggressive civ like the French, like the English early on, or the Rus, honestly, if you go for early knights as the Rus, you can also get some map control. Not as good as the French, obviously, but you still can. And if you have a partner that's able to protect you and be on the offense, you can really set yourself up for a nice game. So I would highly recommend this kind of strategy. I think this aggressive early on 3 TC strat from the other player is just so broken right now. It feels so good if you don't get punished. Obviously, you can get punished, but there's a higher likelihood that you will be safe and sound. Now it looks like, as I mentioned, oh no, Cow's not going for trade, so he's not going to break the rules just yet. And now we can see Valdemar has those Abbasid archers are starting to come out. There's the Castle Age, and we can see he went military wing, so we can get those composite bows quite soon. And even though there's men-at-arms out here that are age 3, those will be able to start to really cut through when they start to get a critical mass of those archers. But I think it's going to be... I don't think that this Rus player can really recover, honestly. I think he's just too far behind. Cow has done his job, completely decimated the Rus's economy. And there's a Wolo going on. Let's see if he gets anything. These camels are going to be safe and sound, waving that magical stick. Nothing doing. Gonna be coming back for round 2, and it looks like Valdemar's looking to cut these down quickly as possible. But these knights, there's a lot of them. 12 in the middle of the map have completely stopped any sort of relic capturing, and they're trying to get more in here. There's 2 in this Regnant's Cathedral already. It looks like they will be acquiring 1 more. So there is a chance, if this HRE player can collect these relics, especially the safe relics over here, is a chance they can start to do something. But Valdemar is going to be able to start really just sending units across the way constantly, and that is going to be a real issue for this HRE player. And there's losing so many villagers. This is brutal. He's only on 1 TC. This could really change the entire game right here. And now there's crossbowmen, which is going to be the death of the HRE player. Yes, there are spearmen, but that doesn't matter. At this point, they can start to cook through those, and the Ghoulims are going to provide a nice front line, and even more villagers are going to be going down. This is devastating for the HRE. We can see that Cow is also finding some nice pockets to start raiding on this wood line, cutting them off, and Valdemar is starting his descent. We do have a nice, unfortunately, this one, I mean, where are you guys going? I know you're a man of the people, but don't run into battle quite like that. Valdemar is getting met with a very nice HRE army, and is able to push this back for the time being. Doesn't have enough archers or the range mass just yet, but it's picking off villagers and prelates like no one's business, which is not what you want to see in the slightest. Now, it looks like this range mass is being attacked from the spearmen. We have another raid over here from Cow's Knights, and now the archers are coming in, and the archers will be able to completely decimate these spearmen quickly. And with this just entire range mass, this is the perfect composition. If you're going to be doing this, this is the perfect composition for, and one of the perfect combos in 2v2. The front line of the Ghoulims and the Knights, and then just allow the Abbasid player to fully focus on range. That's all you need. That's all you need to keep producing, and look at all of these units just streaming out. Valdemar is sitting on a plethora of units, and now they're starting to cook all of these HRE men-at-arms, and there's more villagers over here trying to get this production up, but you don't need production. You need Jesus at this point. My goodness, you can't buy safety at this point. And let's see Valdemar's. Oh my God, 128. I mean, this strategy is so good. It looks like the Kremlins have been called and they are striking out. The Knights are just running away, and now Valdemar is in the base of the HRE player, making this Arcane Chapel useless, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a quick GG out of this. This is a this is such a good strategy. I know I named the last one a BC's of it was Unreal strategy, and it was a really cool strategy, but this is probably the best standard strategy, is go for a Knight Civ and go for a Civ that is good at an economic boom behind it. Get those archers, and there is the GG from Zarius. We'll have to wait for Shielman to give up, but that should be coming in due time, and there it is. GG's. Well played by Valdemar and Cal. But please, guys, we're playing 2v2s. I hear it all the time, get asked in the comments. One, if you like this, please leave a like and let me know that you want to see more 2v2s. Two, this is the perfect way to play 2v2s. A Knight Civ and an Economic Civ to back them up, and focus on that range mass, and you will be sitting in a very good spot. You at least get 2 TCs, sometimes 3 if you're the Abbasid of the English, and you'll be sitting in a wonderful, wonderful spot. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad I got to bring this game to you. And as I just said, please do like and subscribe. I am 1 subscriber away from 1,000, and it would mean the world to me if we can get it on this video. Thank you so much, and hope you have a great night.